We are a literary bunch, and we're gathered here today for a literary lunch. With sparkling wit and repartee will dazzle and amaze, and we'll talk for hours on end about his books and plays.
Listen to this. His hands went over her slowly with an infinite tenderness of caress. She clung close to him, trying to hide herself against him. He clasped her very fast, then at last she looked at him, mute, imploring, looking to see if she must be ashamed. But again his fingers went seeking over her, restless, wandering, dissatisfied. The hot blood came up wave upon wave. She laid her head on his shoulder. "Come you to my room," he murmured. Oh, God. Sons and Lovers is the most marvelous novel I have ever read. I may never stop blushing. I tell all my friends I have found a classic by a living author.
Well, I wouldn't say the critics would quite agree with you, Miss Hunt. Sons and Lovers is raising eyebrows everywhere, and as for his latest book...
Oh, The Rainbow.
Ah, yes. The Rainbow. I've reviewed it, and it totally undermines most of society's accepted standards of sexual morality.
But Lawrence says he writes about instinct, what lies beneath the surface.
Animals rely on instinct. Surely we've evolved a little beyond them.
Why, Mr. Musket, are you afraid of what we really are?
No, not at all. But I am afraid of what we may allow ourselves to become. We don't need sex thrust in our faces on every page.
If you read the novel, I think you'll find it's on every other page.
His writing is offensive, and so are his actions. He married that German wife of Ernest Wheatley, his college professor. What does he think he's doing?
He's radical, subversive even, but he writes as he lives, without fear.
The Rainbow is indecent. A monotonous wilderness of phallicism, and I hardly think that lesbianism is a fit subject for family fiction. The book is scandalous. It has no right to exist, yet he seems to think it artistic and intellectual. It's my job as the public prosecutor to protect the British reading public from such debauched and morally degrading material.
He's arrogant. There's no denying it. But you have to admit, the man's got fire.
Yes, and if he's not careful, one day his books may go up in flames. By order of Bow Street Police Court, and in the best interests of public decency, I hereby pronounce that on this day, November 15th, in the year of our Lord 1915, 1,011 copies of The Rainbow by D.H. Lawrence shall be destroyed by fire. The order shall be executed by the public hangman. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's no silver lining to brighten the day. As anyone here who has got half a brain should know, filth such as this should be burned right away.
Burn, burn, burn every word of it. Forget what you have heard of it.
Don't let pornography win. Reading the rainbow's a terrible sin.
It's full of filth. Throw it in a fire.
What kind of mind could come up with smut like this?
What sort of person could be so base? It's hard to believe we are in such a rut as this.
Morally speaking, the book's a disgrace.
Burn, burn, burn every page of it.
Clean-minded people should all be outraged by it.
Don't let pornography harm you.
If you're a Christian, it's sure to alarm you.
It's people like us who protect your society by cleansing the world of books such as these. We won't let the rainbow achieve notoriety.
But one little copy will not go amiss. One little copy will not go amiss. One little copy will not go amiss. One little copy, just one little copy will not go amiss. Just one little copy, I will keep one little copy, for one little copy will not go amiss. Oh.
Burn, burn, eradicate vulgarity. Filth such as this should be flushed right down the lavatory. It will corrupt and degrade you.
Then only God in his goodness can save you. Then only God in his goodness can save you.
Then only God in his goodness can save you.
Burn, burn, burn every word of it. Forget what you have heard of it. Don't let pornography win. Reading the rainbow's a terrible sin.
My book is not pornographic. It's a new way of thinking, a new way of life.
A heroine who doesn't care if she goes with a woman or a man. Considers having a child out of wedlock? Is this your new way of life? D.H. Lawrence.
I'm looking for profound truths, but all you see is smut. How do you think you came on this earth? If it wasn't through copulation, do you consider yourselves pornographic?
Of course not.
Love is a beautiful thing, not to be hidden away. If you make it dirty, you bring it down to the covers, not me. I'm trying to bring it into the open so people can view it. It's wonderful and natural. God's sakes, take your blinkers off. All living things need love. That is the gospel, and I will preach it from the rooftops.
Scandalous, this book is scandalous, and the mind of D.H. Lawrence is rotten to the core. Scandalous, his words are scandalous. The lights are dim for a man like him here on England's shore.
I don't like the likes of Lawrence. I'll take this case before the King and Crown.
We don't want this in our country. We don't want this in our town.
Censor it. I can't allow such violence to be published anymore.
Scandalous, there's no defense for it. This book by D.H. Lawrence should be stamped on by the law. This filth by D.H. Lawrence should be banned forevermore.
Friedel, what is it?
A letter from Methuen. They regret publishing The Rainbow. They say you have failed to deliver a work that can sell, and they want their £300 advance back. However shall we live?
You have alienated everyone, Mr. Lawrence, even those of us interested in ideas. You are not the only one in the world capable of original thought, yet you seem to have the mistaken notion you are some sort of intellectual messiah.
The priest of love. And I'll preach my heart out, and I will not let you stop me! So help me God!
Scandalous! This book is scandalous! No welcome mat for a book like that is laid at England's door. This filth by D.H. Lawrence should be